Hey everybody, it's Charlie from DM Sound. Today we've got the sound system demo on the 2018 BMW X5 and its US entry-level 9-speaker sound system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the infotainment system works, take a look at audio inputs, adjustments, controls, speaker locations. We're going to test out the 5.1 capabilities, and then we're going to head out on the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Now, if you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning and you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And I recommend listening with headphones so you can hear exactly what I hear from the driver's seat. But before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. A little opportunity to drive a 6,000 mile example of this car, rocking the inline 6, and pretty much just how it would have come to you back in 2018. Now, unfortunately, this one doesn't have the Harman Kardon audio system. It'd be nice to try that one out and compare it to some of the new X5s, but still fun to get into one of these older generation cars. So if you do want to see more on the new X5, check the link below. We've got reviews on all of the newer sound systems, but this is a fun one, maybe in case someone's looking for one of these CPO or maybe just used. Now, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system, and high-quality Roland binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory default, so let's take a look at those now. Quite a small infotainment screen compared to what we're getting these days, but we'll go over here to media and radio, and then to tone. Is this a touch screen as well? It is, okay, so we could touch it or use the rotary knob down here. And we're greeted with adjustments for treble and bass. Let's go through those. Bit disappointing not to see any mid-range adjustment there, and it doesn't look like we have any more EQ settings. So below that, we've got a front, rear, left, right, fader, and balance. Volume settings. Okay, navigation volumes, the gong sound, etc. Okay, fair enough. And then a reset button, and that is it for audio adjustments. For audio controls here in the X5, you've got a volume knob down here. It's got pretty nice clicks, although it's a fairly small knob. And then you've got volume buttons on the right side of the steering wheel. For track selections, you got physical controls down there by the knob. You can use the rotary knob or the touch screen, depending on what menu you're on. And you can technically use this roller knob right here and roll through some different tracks using the head-up display. For audio inputs, in the X5, you have AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio. Do we have support for HD radio? I don't actually see any HD radio support explicitly, so I'm not 100% sure on that one. We've got a USB-A port, we've got an auxiliary input, a music collection hard drive, a CD player right there, probably a CD DVD player, and screen mirroring. It looks like you might be able to add some sort of mobile device and do screen mirroring with that. That's interesting. As well as Bluetooth audio support. So what does that mean you're missing? Well, we didn't have any Apple CarPlay or Android Auto available back then, but other than that, you got all the audio inputs you'd want, although I guess technically no USB-C as well. Speaker locations. As I said, this is a 9-speaker system. Pretty straightforward here. We've got a mid-ranger there, 1, tweeter 2, mid-ranger in the center 3, 4, 5 on the other side. Underneath the driver and passenger seats, subwoofers making 6 and 7. And then in the back doors here, you have 8 and 9 mid-rangers right there in the doors. Before we head out on the road, let's test to see if we have 5.1 audio support in this car. We're going to use the immersiveaudioalbum.com demo track.
Left, center, right, left surround, right surround, LFE.
Alright, so no 5.1 support, but at least it's down mixed properly, so if you have 5.1 audio and you want to listen to it, it'll still sound normal, it just won't have the 5.1 aspect. And with that, let's start it up and head out on the road. songs I was thinking, oh, okay, this isn't that bad of a system. It's just a little weak, but this song really brought out the mixture of the poor tuning, the lack of power. I guess it's not even really poor tuning. The tuning is okay, but there just aren't enough speakers and not high quality enough speakers to sound good. The sound quality is not there. It's falling apart on the harder notes, so not very impressive in that regard. But for this next track, we're going to turn the bass all the way up, and we'll just see what happens. Okay, that's not actually too bad, especially with the underseat subwoofers. I mean, you can kind of hear the music coming in and out in terms of volume. And we're not really getting any mirror shakeage, but it sounds okay. It's a nice tight bass. Thoughts on the 9-speaker sound system here in the 20, what are we in, an 16? 18? Let me see. A 2018 BMW X5. Fortunately, if you're someone who just listens to music occasionally, you listen to Sirius XM or FM radio, a lot of talk, the system is balanced enough and tuned okay with what it's got to sound fine. Most of these test tracks have come through uninsultingly. But it's when you start to turn up more complex music or louder music that the system starts to fall apart. So it's not impressive and it's borderline disappointing given this price point. And if you think to yourself, oh, I'm going to be getting a luxury sort of vehicle, I'm going to get a good sound system with it, it's like, not really. You got to pony up for the Harman to get that. So all in, it's coming, I don't want to go quite as far down as to say D, but it's C-. It's below average, especially given the price of vehicle. Nothing too impressive. So thank you all so much for watching. If you want to see more on the X5, check the link below, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from DM Sound, and as always, drive on.